All right, folks, want to do a quick video on Theta. I've done Theta videos in the past. I want to talk a little bit about the possible bear market targets for Theta and possibly where I see Theta going in the next couple years. Theta, what is Theta? A company based out of San Francisco. They're working on decentralized video. The founder basically is one of the co-founders of YouTube. Everybody involved with the project is pretty much an Ivy League graduate based out of San Francisco, American-based company. They're also heavily involved with the metaverse. They have partnerships with Katy Perry. They have partnerships with Sony, Samsung. I mean, these guys have been around. They're growing leaps and bounds by every year. Don't let the current price of about $1.20 fool you. Theta was, just basically 3 cents a couple years ago. It shot up to $15. Now it's back down to about $1. This is an incredible time to get into Theta. They're growing by leaps and bounds with new partnerships. Just saw this article right here. Missed out on Bitcoin. Is it time to buy one of these cryptocurrencies? And of course, they do mention Theta. Now, this is the perfect time to buy Theta. It's a perfect time to buy good quality altcoins that are down 90%. Look, think about it right now. You put $1,000 into Theta. If it gets back into all-time highs, you made $15,000. It's a no-brainer. Why would you want to put $1,000 into Bitcoin right now? And when it gets back to all-time high, what'd you make? What, another $1,000 or $2,000? It's like, why even bother? You might as well just be playing the stock market. Theta is a great project. It's not one of these Chinese-based projects, based out of America. Good stuff. Recent news on Theta. Theta Labs will help Sony launch 3D NFTs. You have to understand with Theta, they're all their partnerships, it's not with no-name companies. I'm talking Sony, I'm talking Samsung. They're all over the place. It's a big name. They even basically do work with YouTube. They're everywhere right now. Again, don't let the price fool you on Theta. They are growing by leaps and bounds. My two biggest holdings right now that I love in the bear market are Cardano and Theta. I have a ton of Theta, by the way. But right now I'm concentrating on buying Cardano just because Theta I do think could drop a lot farther percentage-wise than Cardano. For me, I've had an under $1 target for Theta for the past couple months, but I haven't been able to get it. I mean, it keeps bouncing from $1.10 to $1.20. It shot up to $1.50. The thing with Theta, it bounces so freaking fast and so hard. So right now is a great time to be accumulating your Theta. I discovered Theta, back 2017. This guy Jay Snip, who had a YouTube channel, still does, but I think his first one got basically banned. He had this psychic on, Michelle White Dove. And, I don't really believe in psychics and all that stuff, but it was kind of interesting. And for entertainment purposes, she came on. At the time, Theta was about 3 cents. She said eventually Theta will be in the thousands. Everybody laughed at her. A year later, it was $14. If you put a couple $1,000s into Theta, you made a lot of money, Theta, I did very well on Theta. I'm not going to lie. And I sold half of my Theta last year, and it worked out really well for me. And now I'm accumulating more Theta. Will Theta eventually go into the thousands? I don't know. That's hard to believe, but think about it. If Theta gets up to $50 this next bull run, maybe the bull run after it's in the hundreds, and maybe in 10, 20, 30 years, it is in the thousands. So you never really know. But so far, this girl's been spot on. Remember, when she said Theta was going to go into the thousands, it was 2, 3, 4, 5 cents. It shot up to $15 a year later. So not a big believer in psychics, but even if you're not a big believer in psychics, just the backbone behind Theta is what you should be investing in. The psychic thing is just kind of the cherry on top. Currently, Theta is sitting at $1.19. And this is pretty much where it's been for the last couple months. It's been kind of going between $1.10, $1.19. You get a pump up to $1.50. But you have to understand with Theta. Okay, Theta. When I got into Theta, it was 2020. We were about, hardly anything. It was between 10, 20, 30, 40 cents. Look how fast we shot up. Now, Theta actually shot up faster than Bitcoin. Theta led the market the last bull run. Before you knew it, I remember I woke up one day and my Theta was pretty much up to 60 cents. I'm like, whoa, this is crazy. Should I sell all my Theta? And I did not. Before we know it, we're $1, and then we went all the way up to 12, 13, and we hit that $15 mark. I think it's $14, $15 mark last year. And ever since then, we've been kind of on a slow trail back down, pumping and dumping. Here we are where we went down to $3, and then look how quick it pumped back up and doubled to $7. So you have to understand, it's a extremely volatile crypto. It doesn't have super mass adoption yet. It's still early to get in. It's not as early as it was a couple years ago, but these altcoins in the bear market are very volatile. So getting in right now at about $1, $1.20 is super great. I have money on the side. I'd love to get some Theta under $1, but I'm just not convinced it's going to happen. Even if Bitcoin drops down to $25,000, I think Theta will probably be at like $1. There's very strong support at around $1. So, but if I can get under $1, I will. But you have to look at this chart and look how fast Theta pumps and dumps. So for me, for bear market target, we have hit it. We've hit my bear market target. I was basically shooting for $1. We've hit that bear market target. If we go under $1, I'll be buying more. If you accumulate Theta right now, you put $5,000 into Theta and it goes up to $15, you do the math. That's 6 figures. So, a lot of people got rich off Theta a couple years ago because of Michelle White Dove. I didn't put enough money in to get rich. I put enough money in to make some good money, though. And I have regrets. A lot of my regrets in the previous bear market that sometimes I think about and I get very sad was that I wish I put more money in. I had the money. I had plenty of money in my savings to deploy more money into Theta and Cardano. And I went in little baby steps because I was a big pussy. And I'm not going to be a pussy this bull market. Even if everything goes to zero and crypto goes to zero, I'd rather have everything go to zero versus miss out on this golden opportunity. I'm not going to miss out again. If I lose everything I put in the last couple months, that's fine. I'm not missing out because I see Theta for bear market target, I see 80 cents. I don't think Theta will go below 80 cents. If you can get Theta at 80 cents, that's great. There's no guarantee. Right now is a great time to be buying Theta. In the bull market, which will come next year or the year after, I see Theta hitting minimally $20. It's going to break its all-time high. There's going to be some news after that. It's going to hit $20 and probably dump back down to $10 from there. For me, I am selling half of my Theta at $15, $14, $15 at the previous all-time high. And I'm selling the other half at $20. At that point, I'll probably be very happy. I know I'll be very happy. Is there a guarantee it's going to happen? There is not. But Theta is one of those coins that will survive the bear market. It's already survived multiple bear markets. It's at least survived the last bear market, the COVID bear market. And that's one thing you should be looking at. Are you investing in an altcoin that just came out last year that hasn't survived a bear market? That's risky. Solana has not really survived the bear market. AVAX really, well, I think AVAX has. But look at when these coins were created. And if they've survived multiple bear markets, they're probably going to be around the next bull market. If they haven't, they could easily die. Theta's been around for 4 or 5 years, I think 6 years, and they're not going anywhere. They get new partnerships every single day. The people behind it are not scammers. They're former YouTube people, MIT graduates. This is one of my favorite projects. And the only reason I'm not going heavier into it right now and I'm buying more Cardano is just because I have so much Theta anyway. I still have a ton of Theta because I only sold half my Theta last year. I wish I sold all of it because I would have done a lot better, but I still have a lot of that. So I'm not going crazy. I sold all of my Cardano pretty much, and then I kind of bought back in little by little. So Theta and Cardano, 2 favorite projects. Theta, I think, will have a greater ROI. It might be a little bit more risky just because it doesn't have as much adoption. It doesn't have as much hype behind it, but that's also good because you have to understand, Theta, the last bull run for Theta, you could only get Theta if you were a non-US based customer. Here's my story. I bought Theta on Binance, the regular Binance, not Binance.us. They threw me off Binance because I'm a US based person, and I had to take all my Theta and I had to put it onto a hardware wallet. I couldn't leave it on the exchange anymore. They threatened to take everything. A bunch of people in my family wanted to buy Theta. And one person I actually had to send them some of my Theta because they wanted it so bad. And then I tried to buy Theta somewhere else and I couldn't. And I actually lost a few thousand Theta by doing that. I mean, they paid me for it, but I couldn't buy any more. So basically, up until Binance.us started listing Theta, it was very difficult to buy your Theta. It was, especially if you wanted like a KYC linked, be able to just to link it up to your bank account, you couldn't do it. So Theta went crazy and U.S. customers couldn't really trade it unless you had a VPN or you were doing, you were able to get onto these sites non-KYC, which is very risky. For example, you can buy Theta on KuCoin, and they're not going to KYC you. But the only way to buy it is you have to buy your crypto somewhere else and then send like USDT or Bitcoin over to KuCoin, transfer that into USDT, and then buy your Theta. It's a huge pain in the ass. And because they're not KYC, you could lose everything. If they just shut you out of KuCoin and you're not KYC, you lose everything. So it's not a US backed exchange, which means there's no backup whatsoever. Very, very risky. And a lot of people don't want to deal with that, and a lot of people just don't know how to deal with that. So Theta went from 2 cents to $15, and it wasn't on Binance.us, and it wasn't on Coinbase. Okay, now we have Theta on Binance.us, and I think Coinbase will probably list Theta this summer. I'll be shocked if by the end of the summer, Theta is not on Coinbase. Now, if Theta gets listed on Coinbase, will we see a pump? Yeah, we might see a 20 or 30% pump. Maybe if Theta is at $1, it'll pump it up to $2 or $1.50. But my point with that is it will give the liquidity. So when we go into a bull market next year, the year after, whenever it is, when all these people start going onto their Coinbase account and onto the Binance US and they say, I don't want to buy Bitcoin, I want to buy other altcoins. What am I going to buy? What am I going to buy? They're going to see Theta right there, and they're going to research it, or maybe they won't even research it, and they're going to be dumping money into Theta, which makes me think Theta could even do better than $20 next bull run. We could see a $50 Theta. Now, I like to be conservative. I'm a conservative guy. I'm not going to say Theta is going to go to $50, but you have to remember, it's available everywhere now. If it's available on Binance.us, which we know it's going to be there, and if it's available on Coinbase, you're going to see Theta go absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. So now is the time to be getting it. If you can get under $1, that's great too. But the future for Theta is very, very good. I do see Theta definitely in the hundreds. The following, not this bull market, but the next one. But anything can happen. It's such a small cap altcoin. It's involved with the metaverse. It has so many partnerships. This thing could go crazy. So this is what you should be looking at in these bear markets, not these little shitty metaverse coins. You don't want to be buying these low capped. I was big into these metaverse coins, and I do have a lot of them. I have a bunch of Vulcan Forge and Meta Hero. They're great. They're my moon bag. I have that, but right now is not the time to be buying any of that stuff. You want to buy established projects that you know are going to be around, and Theta is one of them. And being involved in the metaverse is like a double whammy. Even before Theta got involved with the metaverse, it was doing well. Now, if the metaverse vibe comes back, which I fully expect the metaverse vibe to come back for at least the next bull run, that's going to be like a double whammy on top of Theta. So it's going to just propel it even further. So for me, I'm buying Theta. I'd love to get some under $1. Every time I think I'm going to get it under $1, I never end up getting it because it bounces. There's strong support. But this is what you should be looking at right now. See if there's anything else. That's pretty much it, folks. They have so many partnerships right now. If you go into news right here, they're doing a bunch of case studies. I mean, you can just go down and look and see what they're involved with. They're involved with American Idol. Katy Perry is involved. It just goes on and on. They just launched their mainnet, I believe. Their mainnet 4.0 released in April. So they're just rocking and rolling. I love this project. I really, really do. What do I love more, Cardano or Theta? I don't know. I mean, it's really a tough one. I think Cardano is a little bit more safe to invest in right now. Cardano is a little bit more safe just because there's more people involved with it. Charles Hoskinson's always doing those videos. You have the Vasco hard fork coming up, and you have the consensus and all that stuff. But if you want to go a little bit more risky, and it's really not risky, but I mean, all cryptos are risky. But if you want to be a little bit more ballsy, I'd say if I had $10,000 to invest right now, I would put $5,000 in Cardano, and I'd put $5,000 in Theta. And that's pretty much it. Actually, no. If I had $10,000 to invest right now, I'd put $4,000 in Cardano right now, $3,000 in Theta, and then if we get a major dump, I would deploy the rest between the two. You don't always want to be all in. You always want to have money on the side. But like I said, let's recap. Where do I think Theta could go in this bear market? I think 75 to 80 cents is going to be the lowest for Theta. There's very strong support at around $1. Where do I think it's going to go in the next bull market? 100% it's going to go all-time high $15, but the sky is the limit. I'm shooting for $20, $25 for Theta for next bull market, but it could go past $50 if the metaverse is still hot and they get more partnerships. If they get listed on Coinbase, they're already listed on Binance.us. I mean, the sky really is the limit for this project. And remember, it went from 5 cents to $15. I'll never forget it. I was in shock. I was absolutely in shock watching this happen. And when Theta hit $2, I almost sold all of my Theta. And the reason I didn't, and this is actually good news, this is actually good that Binance kicked me off, because it would have meant I would have had to take all of my Theta on my hardware wallet, which is a pain in the ass to access, and I would have had to send it all to KuCoin, and then I would have had to transfer it into Bitcoin on KuCoin and transfer it back to my Binance account, my Binance.us account or my Coinbase account. And I just didn't feel like doing it, and I was on vacation. I was like, you know what, we'll see what happens. And then like 2 weeks later, it just kept pumping and pumping and pumping, and eventually it's at $15. And I ended up selling half my Theta at like $9 or $10 or something like that, and I kept the other half. But actually, to be honest with you, it's actually a good thing I got thrown off Binance because I probably would have sold most of my Theta, and then I probably would have bought back in at like $3 and lost like thousands and thousands of dollars. But anyway, folks, that's pretty much it. Great coin to be accumulating right now. Absolutely great. And it's already down so much. It's already down so much. There's no excuse not to be accumulating a coin that's already dropped 90%. I don't care what other YouTubers are saying. Oh, don't buy altcoins right now. They're too risky. Those same dumb pieces of human garbage shilling idiots were telling you to buy Theta at $12. They were telling you to buy Bitcoin at $50,000. And they were telling you to buy Cardano at $2. You don't believe me? Look it up. Every YouTuber right now telling you not to buy altcoins was telling you to buy coins when they were a lot higher. They have no grasp on the market. They're shills. Spreading positivity when things are pumping is how they make all their money. That's how they get all their views. I don't care about views, but still like and subscribe because it is kind of fun to do this. But I just care about putting out good information. And any YouTuber who is telling you to buy Cardano at $2 or $3 or telling you to buy Theta at $6, $7, $8, if you're still listening to them, it's on you. It's on you. All right, folks, have a good day.